Welcome back to the Dax and Randy Show, the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. You're coming up next. What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Dax and Randy Show. I'm your host, Dax. As always, I'm excited to have all of y'all here back with us for another episode of our podcast. This is episode 61. Oh, my wife got me all hooked up. Appreciate that. Episode 61, yo. 61 times we've been in here bringing y'all the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life, the good and bad times. We talking to all of our young people, middle-aged people, everybody out there that's really trying to make it happen, trying to be the best version of yourselves. It's hard to do it. We got good times, bad times, challenges, obstacles, successes. It's the best place to talk about it, y'all. Appreciate y'all listening today. But before we get into today's episode, my beautiful wife is here. My friend is here. My life partner is here. My ride or die is here. My all black with the red lipstick, superstar wife, author, you know what I mean? Instagram, social media, all types of things. Y'all know her. Y'all see her content. You know what I mean? You may be liking it. You may not be liking it, but y'all see it. I know you see it because she out there posting every day. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Hello. I am Randy, the co-host of the Dax and Randy Show.
You doing good today, man?
I am. I'm feeling better.
You feeling better?
It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. We gonna talk about it today?
I don't even know if I want to bring attention.
Well, we gonna try
to it.
We gonna try. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to have you here. You know what I mean? You are a good example of perseverance. You know what I mean? You show up, you pour it, even if you're not feeling good, you're not feeling the greatest, and you be transparent about it. So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But before we jump into anything, listen, y'all, this podcast will not be happening if it wasn't for Basden Accounting LLC. All right, Basden Accounting LLC. You got a business, you want to make sure that your finances is taken care of. The accounting is right. You know where the money is going. You're paying yourself the right amount. You're paying your employees the right amount and the right way. You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about what should I be doing with my money, what I shouldn't be doing with my money. How am I going to make money the most efficient way? If you want people to help you be creative in how to make money, how to get through those challenging times in your business, there's peaks, there's valleys. You need financial advisor. You need Basden Accounting LLC. Reach out to them today. And what about taxes? They do taxes too. Individual taxes, business taxes, taxes all in all different countries and states. They got a world agent, Randy, the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to Basden Accounting today. They are the sponsors of the Dax and Randy Show, and they will take care of your financial needs for both you and your business. There's no better place to go than Basden Accounting LLC. Follow them on Instagram at Basden Accounting, or send them an inquiry at www.basdenaccounting.com, and you'll be very happy with the service you get and the expertise that come with working with Basden, right? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's just jump right into it. Before we get into this, listen, y'all. You know how you be scrolling on social media? I'm going to grab this for a second. You know how you be scrolling on social media, right? And they know as soon as you start looking at a post for more than half a second, all of a sudden when you open your social media feed, they keep sharing it to you over and over and over again. Well, that happened to me, yo. That happened to me with this Rise coffee. I know y'all seen it. It's all over social media. Everybody's telling you how amazing it is, how it's changing their lives. Who knows if it's true or not? But this Rise mushroom coffee, RYZE mushroom coffee. I finally bit the bullet after watching grandmas and uncles and aunts and cousins all talk about how amazing it is and how it's giving them energy and all this great stuff. So I ended up buying a packet. It wasn't cheap, you know what I mean?
And you know how much it was?
About $30. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we're going to try it today. But listen, let me tell y'all real quick about this coffee. I haven't even had a sip yet. Randy had a sip. She'll let you know about her experience in a second. But it's 100% vegan, 2,000 mgs and milligrams, right? Yes? Mushrooms. I don't even like mushrooms, but listen. Apparently it's got health benefits. Our ingredients have been studied for thousands of years and found to enhance brain function, boost immunity, and give balanced energy to shining all day long, all with less than half the caffeine of a normal cup of coffee. It has cordyceps for energy, reishi for stress relief, lion's mane for focus, shiitake. I've heard about shiitake before. Immune support. All right. Immunity is that's what helps fight off all the toxins and diseases and your immunity is important. So we're going to try that. Turkey tail. Never heard of that. Turkey tail for healthy digestion.
I think that's a mushroom too.
That's a mushrooms or mushroom.
Yeah.
Listen, healthy digestion. Y'all like to eat, but when when you eat all that food, it ain't supposed to stay in you like that. But a lot of us be eating this food and it's sticking in our bodies for 2 weeks, a month, especially if y'all eating that red meat and all that. You know what I mean? It sits right on the side. A lot of times there's love handles. They don't love you because that's just the food you ate a month ago that hasn't left your body yet. Pretty crazy. Turkey tail, healthy digestion. King crumpet, fights oxidation and stress. Y'all already know we can't be stressful. You know what I'm saying? Soul sugar stress. We talked about that way earlier. Fight off the stress. All of this is supposed to happen with this magical rise mushroom coffee. So listen, yo, I'm about to try some. All right. I'm going to let you know what I think. And we keep it real on our podcast. Everything is real. So if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But it's a taste test.
If it's good, are you going to be on TikTok shop promoting it?
If it does the health benefit, because I already had good tasting coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, but that comes with the sucrose.
Mm-hmm.
And the sucrose ain't no good. You know what I mean? According to Dr. Biden. Yeah. So anyway, y'all don't even know about Dr. Biden. So, give me 1 more second. So hold on, y'all. Give me 1 more second.
He just took a sip and he's taking another sip.
It's all right. It does taste like a cup of mushrooms, though. Like, it's not
It's not going to be coffee.
Yeah, it's not coffee. This is like, and I did put in a little stevia in here. Again, no sugar, nothing sucrose, But I put a little stevia, a little bit of cream in here. I could tell that that's a necessity. Or I wouldn't be able to drink this.
It's gotta work.
I'll get it taste like a 5 right now. You know what I'm saying? And I did pour myself the biggest cup in the world. I don't know why.
I made mine a little bit differently from here.
Yours is better. Yours is much better. What did you do with yours?
A little bit more cream and a little bit more of stevia.
I need a little bit more of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yours is a lot more delicious.
It's still not.
But it's not. But you know what's the problem though? When you drink it in your mind, you're already looking for something. And that's what happens. You do something different, but you're looking for what you got in the past. You can't help it. But it's hard to come into things with an open mind because you're already, I'm looking for the Dunkin' Donuts and 3 cream, 3 sugar. I'm looking for that mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really got a blank slate. So that's why I'm in my head and my taste buds are already comparing it to what I'm used to. But on this end, it's probably not so bad. But anyway, we're going to see, we're going to start drinking. We're going to go through this one package, see if we got increased energy, you know what I mean, digestion. Or we're going to give it a chance, you know what I mean? But right now, taste test is a 5 out of 10. But again, we just started it. So if any of y'all been trying this Rise coffee, let us know in the comments if y'all like it, how y'all making it, you know what I mean? What y'all mixing it with? Is it giving you the health benefits that it says it was? Are you guys feeling more energetic? Are you losing weight? Like, whatever. Like, if y'all been trying this Rise coffee, let us know because we newbies on this. We just trying it today for the first time.
Yeah, we trying to get out.
We're trying to get our lives together. Hopefully y'all doing the same thing. But if you've tried it, let us know. And if you got the secret on how to mix it up so it tastes a little better. I'm not an iced coffee drinker, so, y'all, if y'all want to recommend that, that's cool. But I'm a hot coffee drinker, right? You know what I'm saying? So let us know how to make this thing right. But I'm going to drink it, though. You know what I mean? It's all good. Anyway, what's up, man? How you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm just looking like, dang, we 9 minutes in and ain't talked about nothing.
Listen, yeah, we talked about the coffee. You know what I'm saying? You have to get my mic right.
Yeah.
That means it's a good podcast because we really enjoying it today. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dan. What you want to talk about?
No. Go ahead.
I'm talking about coffee.
All right.
But what's going on with you?
I need an extension.
Of what? Oh, no. Do you need one or is your fur asking for one?
No, I need one because something came up with my continuing education.
Oh.
Credits. And I need to get on that ASAP.
Before you get into that, for any of y'all who might be listening for the first time, let's give y'all the quick background. You know what I'm saying? So you know what we talk about. First of all, Randy, like many of us, are sitting on not even just an amazing idea, but an impactful product. You know what I'm saying? She's holding it for rental. She hasn't released it yet, but What we're talking about is this amazing, impactful, very simplistic, but detailed enough to educate the youth on finance. She's got an A through Z, A through Z guide to help young learners start to learn about finances. Financial freedom, financial literacy, that's not something that you need to start in your 20s after you're going through college or going through your first jobs and blowing your money and had your fun. And now you're like, oh, I got to start thinking about how to be financially sound. No, we look at it different. We want our kids, we want our young people to start learning about finances and how to take care of their money early and it becoming part of who they are from a young age. And Randy, this book that she wants an extension on is going to do just that. But anyway, continue. What's going on?
Just been going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot going on. I've been tired. I've been trying to rest and I've been busy. And the book is probably, I think, 90% there. And I see that there's some changes that need to be made. So there's that. There's the cover that needs to be designed. And then I ran into some other things too, because the website that I'm going to sell it on, it's not set up correctly.
What do you mean?
So I was going to put it on two places. One was going to be our Shopify, House of Basden. And then the other one was going to be my educational website, the one where I have my courses. But apparently they've moved to a different platform. It's the same name, but they've made some changes. So my webpage has to be redesigned in this new module. And then the book itself, there's a couple of adjustments that need to be made. Like, for example, C, it's ABC. So C is cash. But then I'm thinking, you know what I probably need to add? Credit.
Okay.
So there's a couple of...
So now you want multiple C's?
Well, some of my letters do have multiple.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a question for you, though. I respect all that. With your advisor that you have, you was having this conversation about being worried about, putting the book out and what people might think and wondering, who is she to put this book out? And then they asked you a very good question. It was like, well, how much is left? How much work is really left for you to put the book out? You said 5 hours.
Yes.
Is it still 5 hours or is it more than 5 hours?
No, for the book itself, I think it's 5 hours.
Right.
I think it's 5 hours. I can update the things that need to be updated. Maybe have you take a look at it, design a cover.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to design a cover, but you get what.
But we have somebody that we can have design the cover. I'm just wondering because 5 hours is 24 hours in a day. So what are we extending it for if it's 5 hours? If it's really 5 hours. Now I get that all these things are happening. I just want to make sure that, and people out there, sometimes when you're about to do something great, it's not always just a free path. Like the blockers are going to come.
But that's why I think I've been hit with so much spiritual warfare.
Right. But so what do you want to do with it? Do you want to respond with the conquering spirit, with God behind you and put the work in like he says and have that faith of a mustard seed and go put your book out? Or do you want to start reacting to these circumstances in your life, which are only going to get more challenging?
Yeah, you're right.
That's only going to get more challenging because I guarantee you when you start looking at it and saying, oh, well, I got to change the format over here and then, so let me extend it. Something else can come up.
Are you going to help me? Can you help me, please?
Yeah, but don't deflect. I'm going to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to help you. But I'm just saying, just know that other things are going to come up. Other things are going to come up.
It's always
something. Maybe our youngest son, all of a sudden in school, you need to spend some more time there. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, something else breaks down in the house. We already just out of nowhere got to spend $2,000 to get the truck fixed. We thought it was just a battery. Now I say, you know how it is when you go take your car in. They're like, oh, you just gonna need a battery. By the time you drop it there, now you need this, and that, and it's $2,000, right? I'm just saying, I'm so excited for your book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we came on the podcast and said
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Is it? So we got to be real about it.
Start having a week.
You got a week.
At least to finish the book.
We got a week.
Because I do have to move it to, I have to be able to sell it.
Right. And I'm going on a trip. So you could easily be like, wow, my husband about to be going away after a week. So
that's another week.
Let's just pick it up when he gets back. And then when he come back, what happens when I come back? peak tax season is right there, waiting. We're in that month crunch before April 15th. And for y'all out there, hopefully y'all got a good tax accountant. But again, reach out to Basden Accountant LLC if you don't. For April 15th, I come back, mid-March, being the heads down, trying to get taxes done. You got your job, you got the business. Everybody loves to come in late, right? You could easily be in May talking about how I put my book out there. By the time you get to May, you probably look at the book and be like, I gotta change everything. You see, the devil be like, the devil just be like cooking up ways to block. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. We gotta be careful. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So let's knock it out. I appreciate the extension, but I'm here with you. Let's knock it out. Let's get these things done. And let's spend our time advertising it, promoting it, sharing it. Let's make that how we spend our time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that means that next week
we have to get it done.
It'll be done because I definitely don't want to promote anything unfinished.
No, we're not going to.
The book will be done even if the platform to put it on is in progress.
That's fine.
The book will be.
That's what we agreed. Our book will be done.
All right.
That's what we can control directly. You know what I'm saying? The book will be done. Do you feel okay about that?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to do I think priority would be my continuing education.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to knock that out maybe today.
Yeah.
And then I'll work on the book.
All right. And again, before we transition off of this, to anybody that's listening, I talked about it, but from you, why is this book important? We're all in the trees, all the logistics and the things that we want to change, but like, why should somebody pick up this book?
The book is everything that I wish I knew or understood as a young learner when it comes to finances.
What does that mean?
I guess I'll have to get used to talking about it too.
You do.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's simple to me now. And it means that when I was younger, if I would have had somebody break down some of these terms the way I've broken them down in the book, I think I would have been able to receive it or just make better decisions financially and just have a better understanding, honestly, of how money works. Because the thing with the book, it's not really causing you to think a certain way or put a plan together or be debt free. Like, it's not that type of book. It's more so, what is accounting? What are assets? Like if somebody says, oh, this is an asset. Well, do you even know what an asset is?
Right.
It's just a simple breakdown of financial terms. Very simple breakdown. And I talk about what they are and I give examples of each and why it's impactful.
There you go.
Yeah. It's an educational book.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right. So don't hold that back.
I gotta clean it up.
Yeah. But you see that even part of your discomfort of talking about it, that could also be a contributing factor for you wanting to wait. Because here's the thing, when a lot of times we say we want things, but we have to think about everything that comes with it. So you want to put a book out there, people, I believe, will buy it. People will want to know why you created this book. What's the impact you want it to have? Who is it supposed to reach? Why you did it?
But hold on. While you're saying that, now I'm thinking I might need to change my entry. You can look at it.
Entry with the entry on the book? Yeah. That's fine. But
I have to run all changes through you, but I think I should change it to something similar to what I just said about why this book is important and how you can.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though. You just said it. You created this book because that's something that you wish would have been given to you when you was young. That's the why. And that's got to be right at the top. You get what I'm saying? Because none of us stayed little kids forever. So even though it's a kid's book, the person that's going to be purchasing the form is parents. You see what I'm saying? So those are the people, even though you want to relate to kids with the advertising of it, you also want to relate to parents too. This is why you should buy this for your kid. Parents are the gatekeepers. So when they look at it, they can relate and be like, you know what? I wish when you're 10 years old, you're not on your own thinking I want to learn about finances.
Right.
You're going to be going through the library, picking the book with all the colors and the balls and the toys on it. But your parents are going to be the one that looks at it and says, hey, sweetheart, I think you should look at this.
Right.
That's why you got to put that. I agree with that. Anyway, let's keep on going, y'all. So recently, You know, I'm a father. If y'all know that. This is a couple minutes for our parents out there, but you know, what talked about this little things in life that mean so much to our kids, you know what I mean? And the most important thing that we could give to our children and give to the people we love is time, because time is the only resource that we got a limited amount of. We just don't know how much, you know? So anyway, short thing is, I started a YouTube channel with my boys recently. It's called the Basden Boys, and we just do reaction videos on this. We react to songs, we react to video clips, or whatever the case may be. It's been a lot of fun so far. Make sure y'all follow that, the Basden Boys on YouTube. And you'll see me and my boys just sitting there enjoying each other in our natural element of like reacting to things that we like, things that have come out new or whatever. Like we looked at like the Drake song the other day, but like it's a real good time. And I already knew that they would enjoy it because my son Christian's been asking to do something like that. But what I didn't know was when I went to look at one of the videos and I'm like, this video's got like 120 views on it or whatever. 60 of them views, 60 of them views came from my youngest son, Caleb. Every single second I go into the room and he's on YouTube. I'm like, what are you watching? And he smiles and it's like, Basden Boy.
He loves it.
He loves it. But why does he love it, yo? We're sitting there reacting to rap, and he don't even like rap. He don't like rap at all. Every time I take the boys to school, my son Christian wants to listen to rap. Caleb's like, well, we got to listen to rap again. Da, da, da. He don't care about rap at all. Don't like it. But he loves watching the Basden Boys videos. That's how impactful it is to be an active father, yo. Like an active parent in your kid's life. They just want to be a part of what you're doing. They just want to be a part of you. They just want you to sit down with them, take a second, make a video, and be a part of enjoying life. And I'm so glad, whether we get 100 subscribers or 10,000 or whatever, I'm so glad that I've added something new to our kids' life for us to just spend even more time together in a different way. Because I see how much it means to him. He's always checking for it. We had 7 subscribers last night. Kid you not, he goes, hey, Daddy, guess how many subscribers we got? I said 7. He said, nope. I said 8. His smile got bigger. He was like, nope. And I was like, 9. He was like, yeah. Like it means so much to him that we went from 7 subscribers to 9. And it's probably 2 people we know or something like that, you know?
And but he loves numbers.
He does.
So I think it's not even about the subscribers. I think it's something about just seeing the numbers
go up. He loves that.
He loves that.
He loves that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's something you do on social media, maybe it's something you do private, but listen, yo, there's children that you have that you think just cost you so much money and time and stress. They will show you what life is all about all the time. They will love you in a way that nobody else can love you because they just want to spend time. When we get older, it starts getting more complicated. You know, we got so many things to do, so many responsibilities. We just got to make ends meet and all that. But a child would always let you know what's really, really important in life. And that could be 2 minutes sitting down, hanging out with each other, making a video. So I'm glad that I did it. Make sure y'all check us out. But I just wanted to talk about that because that's something new since the last time we reported. And I've been enjoying it for sure. And I look forward to making videos with them and, you know, them just authentically reacting to the video. And it's just kind of good. And I think it also brings out a little bit of their personality too. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. A lot. So, you know, my son likes rap. You can see it. It's bopping his head now. Like he's becoming a typical teenager. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's 12, like it's right on the cusp of, you can see it. Like little things, like now he wants the headphones all the time, or you go into his grandma's car and now she's got the same songs. I remember with Gigi, my mama, his grandmother, we went to the mall yesterday, right? Transition real quick. We went to the mall yesterday talking about my kid growing up. We hop in her car, we start playing, all I hear is 21 Savage. I looked at him like, what's going on? But then I recognized, oh, it's Christian's playlist on your phone. Because I got the same songs on my phone. So now he's realized, oh, Gigi's car.
Oh, it's a radio.
Yeah, it's a radio in here. So now he's got the whole experience on her phone. You know, she's grandma, so she ain't getting sick nothing. Then we started driving off and I was like, hold up, this is the explicit version. we might have to work on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all these songs is there, all these rap songs that he likes and all that. But then it made me think too, when I was that age, like, and how impactful it was when you started listening to hip hop and stuff like that. Like, you listen to it all the time. Like, you just take it in, take it in, take it in, take it in. It's like the coolest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? You start getting exposed to new things and you just eat it up, you know? But watching them girls been really, yeah, check out our YouTube channel. But other than that, what else is up with you then? You know what I'm saying? What's your ups and downs you want to share with the people this week?
Ups, I think I had a productive week. It was nice to go back into the office, even though I only got to go for one day.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, it's been rough. I've had sick children. There was one day last week where all the kids were home.
It's been like that.
So then I had a little bubble guts going on one day. I wasn't feeling.
I don't know what it was. Everybody's been sick, throwing up and all that. It's been terrible.
Yeah, it's been a little rough. And then I think the highlight is that the month has started to turn around because our clients had a rough January, which means we had a rough January. But yeah, things started turning around. Some of our accounts receivable, which is a term you'll find in the book. Some of our accounts receivable were received. I had to get to work.
Right.
But I was proud of myself. I put up some boundaries. So we put up some boundaries at work. And so I had an old friend reach out to me about taxes. This person was asking me a ton of questions about taxes and pricing and just a whole lot of stuff. And how does this form flow into this one? And I'm like, did you tell these people that you could do their taxes? And he's like, yeah, I told them I could do their taxes because I was trying to help them out. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, craziness. But
the thing is though, y'all could probably relate. It may not be taxes, but you got people in your life, and it's fine, that will come in and utilize you for information. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that for a second. People that, you know, it could be friends, colleagues, or whatever, but they'll find creative ways to get information out of it. You know what I mean? But what we got to realize is, as we go through life and we learn things and we get experience, like the more experience you get, the more things that you've learned, that makes you even more valuable. Now, when you're in it, you don't even recognize your value over time, but the more that you learn things, the more that you succeed and fail in things, the more studying you do, the more certifications you get, all of these type of things, they make you more valuable because not only are you book smart, but you are real life experience smart in a different way, you know? But what happens with that person that may not pay for your services? Because it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Especially in our community, let's be honest. Like, people will sit there and ask you questions about taxes off the cuff or ask you something about accounting, you know, on the side, but won't even pay for your service.
Oh, I have an example of something that happened last week I didn't even tell you about.
No, good.
So I had somebody call me, right? And I would consider this person an associate.
Okay.
And she called me and she was like, I have a question for you. It was a tax question. And sometimes, like, if I'm in the mood, like, it's, you know, like, if we cool, like, I don't mind sometimes giving out information. Like, it's not that serious to me, especially if it's something simple.
Yeah.
But her question was about, can she claim certain people on her return? So I was like, well, if you provide 50%, I mean, if you provide more than 50% of their, you know, like housing and, you know, living expenses, if you basically took care of them, you can do it.
Yeah.
Under this situation. This is not me giving tax advice because everybody's situation is different. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, come to find out, she was at her tax person's office getting her taxes done.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So I was like, I just found that interesting. I didn't even feel like, oh, you know, getting information from me and going to somebody. I didn't feel that way. I just made me think about the person. Like, I find it interesting that you're calling me, but you're sitting down, I guess, in line physically at the tax office.
But why do you think that happened though?
Well, I think I've been pushing a lot of content lately. Like, I'm spinning into something positive. I've been pushing a little content lately. I'm showing myself giving tons and tons of different tax advice.
Right.
And I think she looked at me and said, that's somebody I can trust. Like, I'm not even taking it personally.
Right.
But when we got off that conversation, because normally I wouldn't even ask. Like, why are you asking? Why are you at your, like, what's going on? You know, but she, you know, she told me. But anyway, one thing I did, I said, listen, I said, next year, I'm going to need you to come to me to get your taxes done. I said, because whatever you doing, you first of all, you in person. We do everything virtually, securely through.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need you to come to me next year. Normally, I wouldn't have said that. I would have felt some sort of way, but I think it's the content. That's all. And I understand, like, people have relationships with their tax people. And I think she might have been like, I don't know if I could trust him, but I think I could trust her with this one.
Now, do you think that it was something like trust, or do you think maybe she asked some questions that weren't satisfied with the answers that she got from them?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, people could see that you're good, even if they ain't getting the service from you. You know what I mean? So I think, like, again, if you put information out there, it's a trust thing, but it's also an expertise thing. Most people, and it happens, but most people that's out there talking about what they do every single day, the knowledgeable people, the experienced people, they are people that you can trust, you would think, for the most part, because they're willing to go online every single day and give you information and talk about the same thing. You know what I mean? For example, I have no idea if this Rise Coffee is a bunch of BS. I don't know. But I know that it's been online every single day. And it's been this pervasive message of, like, success and health and changes and things that I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? So I'm willing to take the risk.
Right.
That's the thing. Even if I don't know, I'm willing to take the risk. You don't take the risk on something that you don't see. You're going to take the risk on something that you don't hear about.
Right.
So all y'all out there with all these great ideas and you're wondering, like, is somebody going to come give me business or whatever? You got to put yourself out there.
Yeah. And the thing is, even though she's a good we were friends last year.
Right. Ain't nothing really changed.
I'm saying she didn't ask me last year.
Right. But last year you weren't posting content about all the mistakes, common mistakes. Like, you've been putting first of all, you know, I love your new rebranding. You know what I'm saying? Yes, for sure. Because again, when I open up my Instagram every day, I expect to see. That is a real thing. Like, people post on Instagram all the time. But everybody, you know that it's about 5 to 7 people. When you scroll on and you look at your posts or your stories, you know something's going to be there from there. It might be good for you, like this Rise Coffee maybe. It may be entertaining, like the Shade Room. But you know it's going to be something there.
Right.
If I was to open up my phone for 3 days and not see the Shade Room, I think that is shut down. Because it's there every day, multiple times a day. That's what you are. I know that I'm going to see that blue background with some information, or my new thing that your new thing that I like the most is the fact that I'm a scroll and I'm going to hear you talking. I think that's the dopest. I told y'all last episode, that's the dopest thing that you do now, is I could see you with your headphones on having an interactive conversation with somebody about their work. I think that's my favorite well, I'm going to say I think that's my favorite content that you do.
Oh, let me put a little bit more out there then.
All right. No, but seriously though, that's my favorite. Now I'll get used to, like, who's she talking to today? Does she help? But look. Not even just who are you talking to today, who are you helping to?
Yeah.
I get to see it every day. So you can come on and tell me I can help you, this. Yeah, that's cool. But I'm already going to come to that conclusion by watching you do it. That's always different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, though. So you think they'll come next year?
Yeah. But I put myself in position to ask. Before I go ahead and ask, I might just feel some sort of way, but I don't really take anything personal. Like, I don't even have time to.
Yeah.
So, especially people's married and, you know, somebody for a long time and that's this person's.
Right. It's just,
But I have another friend. We've been friends for a long time. She'll sign up, go through the process, pay to get tax advice from me, and go to her tax person because that's who her husband want to go to.
So she'll get some information from you and all that.
Get a formal consultation, everything. It's fine.
It's fun, yeah. Because you can educate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's
But so anyway, back to the old friend contact.
Yeah.
Stuff for taxes. Yeah. Well, so I sent over my price. He's like, dang, you expensive. I said, okay. And
you wouldn't have said that.
I wouldn't have said that before I said, listen, I said, let me tell you something. I said, I have a kid in college, 2 kids in private school, and a special needs son, a son with special needs. I said, I'm going to charge the price that makes me feel like doing the work, that makes me want to get out of bed and do the work. I had 5 people on payroll. So if you feel like my price is too expensive, that's fine. That's fine. I got.
And let's clap it up for that, yo.
You know, I said,
let's clap that up, man.
Continuing education.
That's what's up.
I got to travel out of state to go to these IRS conferences and stuff. Like, if you don't like my price, it's cool.
Yo, I love that.
Thank you.
Because not everybody could say that. But look, you just broke it down to look at everything you do just to be able to provide services people every year. Like, yes, you got kids with special sound. Like, yes, you have all of these things to make you get out of bed. But at the same time, you're not just sitting on your laurels, you know what I'm saying? You're not just sitting in the same state. You're always learning. You're always staying on top of things. You got to re-certify for your enrolled age and stuff every year.
The client portal.
Yeah, you got the portal. Like, you got that. You're going to seminars, making family trips out of it to stay on top of stuff. Like, you're coming ready to do the job as an expert. It has to be met with expert pricing. The problem sometimes is that we don't, and it happens, but it's almost like we don't want to acknowledge, like, you know what? Nah, I'm an expert. So you need to pay expert prices.
But not only am I an expert, I'm in business to make money.
Right.
Like, that's why I'm in business.
Yeah.
I'm not in business to give you the hookup or so you can get, so you can get the cheapest price.
Nah, that's the tough part, dude. That's the tough part, dude, because especially when you're trying to grow your business, a lot of things you do first is to try to utilize your immediate circle and everything that's within your reach. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's very hard to break those barriers because most people that know you or know someone that knows you or something like that, they are going to have an element of looking for the hookup because they have a connection to you.
Right. And the hookup I gave him a little bit of my time and told him, yeah, you looking at this completely the wrong way. I said, I don't think that these people need to be trusting you to do the work because I don't even want to do the work.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, for me to even start this work, because you're talking about amending a return that I didn't even prepare. I said,
yeah. Couple things you said. Couple things you said. First of all, I want to get back to my point of like, don't get frustrated. Like Randy was saying, when people reach out to you and they're trying to get advice on the side, it could be frustrating because you're like, look, sign up for my service, pay me. Stop sitting here on the side trying to, and it happens all the time. Family member, whatever, ask you, well, what should I do with this? Or have you ever gotten this form before? But they be the same people that's got their own tax person that won't come give you business. And a lot of it is because they already know you. You know what I mean? And you, for whatever reason, as human beings, we'll always naturally respect and put higher a stranger based off of perception. But it could be your sister, it could be your aunt, it could be a cousin or somebody that you know that actually has more expertise, but you won't go to them because you have some other type of connection that puts a little bit of shade or brings down the value in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else can come in new that you never met before, say the same things or less, and you'll pay them double the money. It be like that. But don't let it get you down, though, because anytime somebody asks you a question, they already value the response that you might give. So they're already looking at you as somebody that's probably knowledgeable, somebody who knows what they're talking about. So you did your job. You have to put their blockers in place, which is like, I mean, I'm not going to give you too much. Like you said, give them a little bit. You can't give them too much where you start to pull away and give away something that you really should be charging for, because then you lose it.
And I'm working.
And you're working. But at the same time, every single time somebody reaches out to you with a question about something, you are winning because they're seeing you in the right light of an educator, of an informed person, a professional.
And that's what I'm thinking. And that's what I took from that. I'm like, you see me. Okay.
Right. And on top of that, you can't judge everything with the fact that you've been posting every day and only 5 people like it. That ain't everything. That's not everything. You know what I'm saying? You might post something like your kids in that same audience, all of a sudden 40 people like it.
Exactly.
You'd be like, why is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just want to take a moment to just go back to 2017 when we really started doing taxes. Maybe it's 2016. But either way, I was very insecure when it came to tax preparation. I naturally was drawn to taxes because it's money. I love saving money. I love learning about money. And I started noticing that I understood tax forms even without any formal training outside of like tax courses that I took in college. And so when we started on taxes, I was insecure, but I went through the steps, got my PTIN number. I thought to myself, well, what's a way I could feel secure, more secure? Dexter would help and review. So that helped, but I still had like this missing piece. Like, what is it? Because I'm pretty much self-taught outside of courses I took years ago and outside of reading things on my own. So I said, is there like a tax expert or some sort of credential I could get? And then I found out about the enrolled agent status, which was something I was never even exposed to. What is an enrolled agent? Well, anyway, an enrolled agent is a tax expert. And I'm like, oh, cool. I wonder if I could be a tax. So I went through the steps to become a tax expert. And apparently what I did is amazing. I didn't even know it at the time, but I ordered the books off of Amazon. I didn't get any software. I just ordered the books, old fashioned, read the book, take the test at the back.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. There's 3 parts to the exam: individual taxes, business taxes, and then the other one, I can't remember the last part, but it has a lot to do with ethics and some other, I don't know, professional business stuff. I don't remember. But anyway, so just by doing that, I passed my test. I didn't pass them all on the first time, I'm gonna be honest, but I did pass them. And I'm a tax expert. And just over time, implementing that in the business, like that really helped me to become more confident. But I put a lot into learning about taxes on all sorts of levels, continuing education. We have to get, I think it's like 33 credits a year.
Right.
And it's a lot of information. But over time, I'm becoming more and more confident. And I recognize, like, I put my heart and soul into this. Like, this is what I do. A lot of times people ask me questions, the answers start to come so quick. I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's not always easy, because taxes are always changing, but I be on top of my stuff. And the one thing that's really starting to upset me is that I be saying to people on TikTok, and they do not be giving good tax advice. Like, they be on TikTok doing it in real time, like trying to give advice. And I'm like, dang, the advice that you're giving is not even tax law.
So give me an example of that, because now I'm curious. You know what I mean? Because again, when you see something, you might believe it because you see it, but you got to be careful with that and check. It's always important. Well, who's this information coming from? That's a vetting process on TikTok and other social media platforms. You got to be careful, because all you need is an email to create an account. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, let's say, on TikTok that's going to stop somebody and say, hey, because I haven't checked your credentials, you can't tell somebody what to do with their taxes. It's very free form. You see what I'm saying? It's very free form. Think about it. If you're working out, you're trying to get in shape. I don't want to take you off, but you're working out, you're trying to get in shape. You could open TikTok or any app right now and see a certified trainer that's taken medical school and all types of physical therapy type stuff. And they know exactly how to advise you on how to work out so you don't hurt your back, so you don't overextend your muscle. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you have somebody that just started cranking it out in the gym at 20 and got ripped. And now they go on and do 100 push-ups in front of you.
Right.
They both got to use the same platform to try to teach you. You don't really know which one is going to do it in the way that doesn't harm you, the way that's going to be sustainable, the one that's actually certified to teach you things, you know what I'm saying? The one that went to school to learn about the body and health and what to eat and all. Like, that's the danger with that. So you just follow somebody because you like them. It don't mean that the advice they're giving you is the right advice. That's why it's important. You know what I mean? We may not have 100,000 people following us, but anybody that gets advice from you on taxes or whatever, you have become a tax expert behind that. What you're giving is real. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to what you said.
I will say, I won't even, in a general sense, I won't even give advice.
Right.
Because I really feel like everybody's situation is different. Like tax advice, I don't really think you can give general advice. Not, at least not the way I do it, because I need to know what's going on. Because you be like, oh yes, you qualify for this. They come find out, oh, actually you make too much. You can't get that tuition.
Yeah.
Deduction. You know what I'm saying?
You don't really hear too much about the disclaimers. Like, you hear about the potential things, but not like, well, you may not be able to get this if it's this, and that. Or if you take this, you can't get this.
Exactly.
People don't really, they just say, oh, you can get this.
You can get the home office deduction.
You can get
your
this.
business had a loss though.
Right. It's like, it's the attractive part, but not the, you know what I'm saying? It's the up, but not the down.
Right. That's why you'll never see me online giving, like, you might see me do a consultation or something like that, but I would never be like, hey.
Well, here's the thing. This is the problem, though. It's real though, but if you was to do it, your snippets, your shorts, they wouldn't be all positive like somebody else's. Yours will kind of leave somebody like, wow, they'd be really informed, but they wouldn't just get that dopamine hit like, oh, I could just go do this.
No, because I'm gonna give you
That's
the
not
real.
what they're gonna get. But that's what thrives on social media is like the instant gratification of like positive. Like, oh, I can save this money.
Yeah, I saw online. I should convert to an S corp.
Right.
I'm going to save so much money.
Right.
Did they talk to you about the payroll taxes associated with that?
Right.
Did they talk to you about reasonable compensation?
No.
How your business has to be profitable.
And how often you got to check that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and don't get me started. Y'all see the passion, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? or letting you know, like, yeah, it might be good today, but as soon as your business loses 30% of their customers, that S Corp status is probably terrible for you.
Right.
Probably absolutely terrible for you.
Yeah.
It's all good when it's good. It's not good when it's not good, what people don't talk about. But anyway, I'm not letting you off the hook though. What pissed you off though? Something.
Well, it was two things.
All right.
Okay. So one was a woman talking about how you could sell your house multiple times and don't have to pay capital gains taxes on it because of the homeowners exclusion. She was like, you can sell your house as many times as you want and you don't have to pay capital gains. They don't tell you that. And I'm thinking, lady, it's you get 2 times in your whole life to do it. It's not unlimited. I sell my house and don't pay capital gains. I don't even know where she got that advice from, but you can sell your house twice. Oh, hold on. There's a limit now. There's a limit. If you're single,
right,
you can sell your house and not have to pay capital gains tax on up to $250,000. And then if you're married, it's $500,000.
Gotcha.
You get 2 times in your whole life to do it. It's not unlimited. So that kind of upset me because then you start looking at the comments of people like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this. I need to amend my returns. And I'm like, oh Lord. And then somebody else, this was real light, but I was like, she's not telling it correctly. Like she's not talking about tax law. Like she has to be a tax preparer, not a tax professional, because the question was, this was like live advice. Me and my partner, I don't think they lived together,
right?
But she was saying that they had the kid. Who should claim the child? So the preparer told them whoever benefits the most.
Why is that not true?
That's not true because tax law will tell you that there's rules. Who did the child live with more? Did they spend more than 6 months at this place or that place? Who spent the most money? Like who took care of the child's needs?
Right.
And then there's certain things that qualify as needs. Like food is one, but I have to look it up. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain expenses that the IRS would say are needs.
Yeah.
But you would think that it's a need. But the IRS is like, no. So that goes into calculate. There's actual rules. And the reason I like to talk about the rules is because if you ever get audited, they're not going to say, oh, you claim child because you benefited the most. They're going to ask specific questions.
Exactly. They don't care about who benefited the most. Right. But that's a good point because here's the thing, right? If you're getting tax advice from somebody and they're telling you to take a credit or whatever the case may be and consider it based on the benefit, you're not talking about the cause, right? Like that's what I'm saying. That's why, listen, man, ain't nobody's podcast like ours first and foremost.
But that's why people don't want to be doing that tax.
Right.
But you're
gonna do it right. But this is the thing. If somebody says, oh, wherever it benefits the most, you know what that is in a way?
What's that?
That's like hookup methodology. That's like hookup mentality. It's the same kind of thing, which is like, let's do things based off of the benefit. Everything in life is not just about the benefit. The benefit comes with a cost. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if what happens if claiming, dependent A is better than claiming dependent B based on the person's refund and who's getting what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But maybe the rules are being bent a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't just give that type of advice. It's not real advice.
It's not real. It's
like comments, because it's almost like the advice that people will want to hear. Because of course you're going to be like, all right, well, where am I going to get the most money? Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
Correct.
And it's always comes to light when that order comes in. You know what I'm saying? That enforcement of the right way to do things. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes in. Like, what happens when you have to prove that you did it the right way, not the beneficial way.
Right.
The right way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You might find out that when you have to get checked for if you did it the right way or not, you'll find out that you got to answer them questions all by yourself. because the person that might have did your return ain't your son. Listen, the person that told you, oh yeah, do this. You look at that tax return when it's audit time and you scroll down and you be like, self-prepared. You know what that means? Self-prepared? That means it's all on you. All on you.
And I've seen those come through the door too.
Crazy.
New clients and stuff.
Crazy. And y'all would be sitting there thinking like, oh, well, I'm going to tell my tax guy because they don't got to do nothing for you. Once they give it to you, if that name ain't on it, it's you. 100%. 1,000%. They don't have to owe no explanation to nobody. Because that return, even though they helped you, advise you, the name's not on it. It's a difference when you put your name on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. When you do tax returns, your name is on it.
My name is on it.
That's the difference. Your name is on it. So guess what? Every return you do is almost a representation of you. Every single one. That's what makes it different.
I stand behind my part.
Right. And everything. And look, let's keep it real. Every return you file, you know what's underneath it? That person that took them exam, the person that bought them books, the person that became an expert, the person that, here's something that you never give yourself credit for, but I'm going to let you know, the person that built a tax department by teaching people how to do taxes. You don't even give yourself credit for that. The people that have did taxes for us over the years, tell me one that came in a tax expert like you. None. Everybody's been able to benefit off of your tree of hard work and research and experience and knowledge and all of that. Even right now, we got an intern right now doing taxes, sending messages, getting responses that they did a great job. You taught them. Everybody you taught.
I didn't even think about
I know you didn't. I know you didn't. You taught them. You taught them to be great, man. Think about it. You're not sitting here like, oh, well, everybody that's become great has become great because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the one I taught and she was an amazing tax preparer and she ghosted me?
Yeah.
But that was proof of concept, though.
It was. That's part of it, though. You taught her and she went and took it and probably did anything. But that's part of it, too. Mm-hmm. That's the risk you take. But your decisions continue to grow fruit over time. You know what I'm saying? Now they're going into a book, like it's continuing to grow, and that's why you got to look at things. That's why you can't hold it on the inside. You can't, because that's why God gives us gifts to be a gift to other people. It's not about us all the time. We got to look at life the right way. I'm going to wrap up with this, yo. What you are able to do well, what you are able to learn, what you're able to succeed in, you haven't even touched the surface if you haven't started to see it manifest in other people. Some of my family you interested in?
It just lit up.
But you've been on your phone for about 5 minutes straight, but
no, because I was looking up the IRS rules.
You did too. You did too, right?
That's why I put it down. I was like,
no. You got all excited and like, oh, let me pull
it up.
Yeah, that's how she is, man. She like all of that. Me, I'm cool. Yeah. But just know that God has given you a gift and it's not just for you. You know what I mean? God gives you a beautiful singing voice. Y'all should know, and you may not realize it, but y'all should know that voice ain't just for you to be singing in the shower to yourself. That voice is not just for you to necessarily just go and become famous with it. That voice is to impact other people. It's a way to get a message out there. It's a way to impact. It's a way to teach. That's why he gave you that beautiful singing voice, because he didn't give it to everybody. So it's your job to go out there and share it and make an impact in the world. Not everybody's a tax expert. So this is not everybody's a financial guru like you. You don't have that same singing voice. I'll listen to you sing though, but you don't have that singing voice. But who cares? That's not what God has given you to go make an impact with. We got to love ourselves and know, like, I'm happy with the talents I've been given, the opportunities I've been given, and I'm going to walk in the purpose of impacting the world and making it better with what I have, because that's why we're here. That's really why we're here, until we go to heaven and we get to rest. We're here to do work. A lot of people don't look at your life like that. Like, you actually are here to not just sit around and just enjoy it and whatever, and just please myself for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. Like, nah, you're missing something. You're missing the bigger purpose in things. Me and you's been missing it up until I think the last couple of years. Like, why did we get put together? You could have been with a lot of dudes. You look good, real good. You know what I'm saying? You could have been with a lot of dudes. I could have been with maybe half as many girls. You know what I'm saying? But why did we end up getting together? Why did we end up getting together? No, it's true. Why does God take the biggest pains in your life and turn them into prosperity? You might have to jump into that a little bit more because we right at that. But let your gifts be gifts to other people, y'all, and be thankful for what you've been given. And when you realize what you're really, really good at, now it's time to get excited. Now it's time to get purposeful. You know what I'm saying? And let you be a branch of learning to other people. Anyway, if y'all enjoyed this podcast, this is episode 61, yo. 61. A lot of shows don't even make it to episode 10. Do your research. It's a fact. We on episode 61. This is Dax and Randy Show. This is the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life. Y'all can learn so much from us. Finances, relationships, friendships, business. We cover it all. Children, like everything that young adults, middle-aged adults, everything that we try to navigate every single day and be the best at it. That's what we talk about on our podcast. And we want to continue to create this community where we hear from y'all and we learn from you too, because we can always learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow the Dax and Randy Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite platform is to listen to your podcast. Search the Dax and Randy Show. You're going to find us right there. Drop us a rating, share the podcast, help us grow this community. You know what I'm saying? You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We all over the place. Dax and Randy Show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow our podcast and share it. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Make sure you follow the Dax and Randy Show on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on YouTube. Let us know what you're going through. This is the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life. We want to hear from you, engage with you. Till next time, peace.